I just got my second and third custom order. So my customers are going to this really big event called Red Dress. At this event, everyone wears red and goes all out. So I know I need to make these outfits pop so they stand out. Now they decided that they want skirts, bow ties, and bows to wrap around their hats. And this was my idea. So we're going to have the bows around the hats, we will have the big bow ties, and then we will have the skirts with the petticoat underneath. Now I'm on a pretty tight crunch, but I need to make 2 of these outfits. Let's get started. Also, please consider subscribing. It really helps me out so I can keep making videos. Let's get on to it. So first things first, I'm gonna cut everything out. Now this video is at speed 8,000. That is right. This video is sped up by 8,000%. If you want to make the time go faster, I suggest you imagine yourself stepping on loose pins and needles or sewing through your finger. Once you realize those situations are much worse, it'll make you incredibly grateful that isn't actually happening. Always make sure to iron your fabric, especially if you forget your fabric in the dryer for a day or 2. Now that exact situation has definitely never happened to me, but I've heard of it happening. Of course, to other people, but never me. Let's start sewing all those strips together. If you end up getting tangled in the mess that will eventually be a ruffle, never, and I repeat never, call for help. If you do, your sewing machine will hear you and run out of bobbin thread. Now it's time to start gathering your ruffle. You are gonna want to sew a running stitch along the top of your strip of fabric. After this, pull on one of the threads. This will create a mini gather. Now slide that gather down the running stitch and keep pulling until you get the length needed. After gathering, you can start sewing your ruffles onto your skirt in a tier-like manner. This will probably be where most of the suffering comes into play. If you thought cutting fabric was pain, just wait. Now, if you need another scenario to distract yourself from the trauma that is sewing ruffles, just think about all the embarrassing things you did as a teenager. I'll give you an example. It was the first day of my freshman year in high school. I was in my Algebra 2 class, and I had just had wisdom tooth surgery, so I couldn't fully close my mouth yet, and the teacher wanted one person from each group to turn in the assignment. For some reason, my group voted me to, so I get up, and as I'm walking up, I trip and bang my head into the cabinets. People asked if I was okay, and I just had to weirdly smile and say, yes, I'm fine, without being able to touch my teeth together. After finishing your ruffles, your skirt should start looking like this. Now this is just the underskirt. You will also have a circle skirt that goes over this. Also, don't forget to always serge your seams for a clean finish. Now that we have the underskirt done and the overskirt done, all we need to do is sew it along the back and then attach the waistband. We will be doing that for this skirt as well. I also made a waistband, which is just a rectangle with elastic in it. Before attaching the waistband, I wanted to do the hems because once the skirts are joined, they will be a lot harder to maneuver. Then I added the waistband by evenly pinning it to both skirts. At the last minute, I decided to put in a drawstring in case the waist was too big and the elastic was too weak. I hand sewed these drawstring holes in place and was surprised how well they turned out. Now my clients wanted me to make them bows with long ends and a band around their hats. I did this off camera because the deadline was fast approaching, but if you want me to show you how I make my bows, leave a comment and I'll make a video. They also wanted big bow ties, so I made some adjustable ties they can wear around their neck. They are completely adjustable, and they can even take the bow apart and re-wrinkle them to give it more definition, or even iron it. actually going to the event that I made a bunch of these outfits for. I didn't have any time to make my own outfit, but let me show you what I'm wearing. So I'm wearing this Chinese style dress with Doc Martens. This is my wristband, and let me show you my purse. This is the purse, and it matches, you know, my hair and the frog clasps and everything. So this is the look. Bro, literally, this was all worth it. Designing so much stuff and stressing out, and I'm so happy with how everything turned out. I am so incredibly grateful to have been given this opportunity to do this, and it was such a fun event. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon.